Edward, who issued this question. He wants to know my personal opinion on the morality or immorality of the income tax on wages. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not believe in an income tax. You know, Texas has a constitutional portion of our Constitution that forbids a state income tax. And I believe that when you tax a man's wages, when you tax their income, then you are basically eating at their substance. Okay, if you go and you look at from a biblical perspective and you look at tithing, money had to come to you and actually come to you before you gave your 10%. And when the government taxes wages, they take their part off the top, and you never see that. So, I do believe that taxing wages is immoral. Now, you say that it's mainly a federal issue, but I want to explain to you why it's a state issue. And it gets back to something about my opponent that I discovered going through his voting record. There was an attempt a couple sessions back to impose what I call a backdoor income tax, where they wanted to take your property tax and scale your property tax based on your income. Okay, so what that means is they were going to allow, if you earned a certain amount, your property tax would go up and in essence subsidize the property tax from people who were low income. So not only would it require your property to be appraised at value, but it would also require you to file an income statement, which makes it an income tax. And so I am completely opposed to any attempts. Now, thank goodness that thing got shot down, not before my opponent voted for it, but there's going to be, and I say this because as we head into this budget crunch in the next session, there is going to be more and more and more emphasis placed on revenue sources, developing additional revenue sources for the state. Again, giving them a bigger pair of pants and taking them to the buffet. And so with that emphasis being placed on more and more revenue generation, expect the issue of an income tax to come up again. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I do not believe in an income tax. I will never support a state income tax. I support any measures necessary to prevent Texans from having to pay a federal income tax. And I also believe that the property tax should be abolished. So hopefully that gets you covered on how I feel about that.